Yo, 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 yo. Are we ready? Let's start. Sorry to keep you waiting. Business had to be done. How you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central time on the dollar. We do this show every day, Monday to Friday, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else. Guys, hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. We still have the chat going on. Cook Rider says, yo, non-fast can chat today. Yes, non-fast can chat today because I forgot to turn it off. So I'm just gonna let everybody chat right now. I mean, there is only like 12 people here, so you gotta have some kind of chat message in the chat. XRP Legend is here. Hey, how you doing? Did we make it yet? I don't know. We are very, very close, but you see here on the chart, Bitcoin is pulling down a little bit, just a tiny little bit. So we're going to talk about that, see what's actually happening over here and how this actually can play out. Message test. It's working, man. It's working. One more pump. Debuting in the chat. By the way, Butney, I saw that you asked me about something somewhere, so I don't know where that was or what that was about. So do ask again and I'll check it out. Hope you're doing well. I posted a video today called... what did I post today? Bitcoin dominance. Is Benjamin Cohen right about Bitcoin dominance? That's the video over here. Let me just do it like this over here. There we go. If you're interested in what's happening in Bitcoin, I think I was literally, stuttery like I'm right now. So, I don't know how enjoyable the watch time is, but I think it's pretty interesting, watching the video about Bitcoin dominance. If you're into that, it's like 40 minutes long video. Benjamin Cohen made a video 1.5 hour long. I made a video, 40 minutes long about Bitcoin dominance. It looks like, you can actually talk about 40 minutes about Bitcoin dominance. So if that's something for you, check the video out. If you could make a video with the best 5 looking altcoins chart for the bull run. Yeah, that was that. Yeah, sure, man. I might just make the video 5 best altcoins for, that looks best on the charts. But there is difference. There is difference. Yeah, I'm gonna explain it in the video. So if you wanna watch Bitcoin dominance, check the video out. And I forgot my coffee, guys. Just a second. Five-minute break. Yeah, 5-minute coffee break. No, the coffee was already made. That was the business I had to do before we started. But I forgot to pick it up. So there is that. Good coffee, man. Good coffee. You gotta have coffee in life. If you don't have coffee, like, what do you have? MAGA Trump is the easiest trade 24 coming to election. Dex Tools shitcoin. There's like, I think there's already like 5 or 10 Trump and MAGA coins. Like, you never know which one is gonna pump. That's the problem with these, meme coins. Anytime you see, any kind of post from Elon or from somebody else famous, you will see a meme coin popping out and pumping like, 1000% towards the upside for some reason. And then, right after that, 5 minutes later, because it pumps 1000% in 5 minutes, and 5 minutes later after that, you got 10, 20 other, clones of that coin doing, 100 to 200x, stuff like that. Joe Biden posted a laser-eyed tweet. Yeah, I saw that. I thought it was interesting, but I don't know where that comes from. He's probably got a good PR team that's following Bitcoin. Trying to fool crypto boys and voting Democratic. Might be that. I'm not really big on what's happening with elections and stuff like that, so you know, we're not gonna go into that. As you can see here, guys, we are still sitting at 47.9, 47.8, 48 give or take. And the part over here reminded me of something very, very interesting. I'm gonna show you that part. And we're gonna do this over here so we can actually see this nicer. We're gonna find a clean chart over here. And what we're gonna do with this chart over here, we're gonna invert the chart. And I'm gonna explain to you what I saw. So now, before we invert the chart, I'm gonna show you that this part over here, let me just do it like this over here. So this part over here looks very something like this part over here. Do you see it? I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's very, very close. It's not the same, but very, very close, right? So what do I see over here on the chart? And let's invert this chart over here a little bit. And this is the part up here. This is the part. This is the part. Right? So you come into this, you have this, we had this big move towards upside. Then we did this move over here. And this V shape over here is this V shape over here, right? So you got a big move towards upside. Big move towards upside. Consolidation. V-shape dip, and then you pump towards upside up here towards these highs, and then you break that eventually towards upside, right? So we are doing this move towards upside up. I'm a little bit unsure whether that is this move over here, some other move, but you know, it is the you know, maybe just coming to this highs over here towards upside. It might be that case, but it does remind me very much about this move over here, if you invert the chart. So you can see up here, we had a very nice run up here. Very nice run up, and we did this, you know, V-shape, you know, recovery towards upside, and right now we are at the same place where we are right now. So I'm expecting next move to be, you know, again move towards upside over here, and it does look kind of same. Especially up here, you know, you go below the support levels, you pick up liquidity, whatever liquidity there is to pick up, and you again climb up to these back to these highs up here. In this case, the back to these highs is all the way up here. So we are waiting for this move towards upside, but it is kind of the same chart. And the reason I'm saying it's kind of the same chart is because, first of all, it does look the same, but you know, the psychology behind everything is the same. You're just a little bit too bullish, you pull back below the support, pick up liquidity, right back up there, and consolidate over here, and then another move towards the upside. Another chart I'm going to show you, I did post it on Twitter, so you might want to check that out, is that this last move over here, looks almost exactly like this move back over here. Do you see it? Do you see the move? I posted this on Twitter not so long ago. So this move over here, they kind of look the same, don't they? I mean, it is the same move. It is kind of the same move. You get a big impulsive move towards upside, rising channel, explosion above that, then you have this consolidation happening up here, or consolidation happening up here, right? Consolidation happening. You can see up here the same week, you know, this was double bottom up here where it came right back up again. This was, you know, just one dip down here and came right up there. So again, we are waiting for this move up here towards upside. So in both cases, both on this chart over here and on the chart that I showed you, that inverted the chart, it kind of looks the same. And it reminds me that, you know, a little bit, you know, the patterns kind of remind me of each other. So this over here, once this started doing this move over here, I actually posted on Twitter, and let me just find that, you know, I think I wrote something x.com. I think I wrote something about that. Let me see up here. It's not so long ago. It's just like, where is it? It's the same chart. Okay, I didn't write anything special about that. So I post on Twitter over here. Just do it like this over here. And yeah, that was while we were having this dip on the downside over here. So where is it? Over here. So during this dip towards downside over here, that was when I posted the chart, because it is the same chart, the blue, the move, the consolidation up here, and then the next move towards upside. So we are expecting this next move towards upside right now, at least I am, because it does seem to be the same chart, which makes me incredibly bullish. So even right now, though, we are at resistance levels up here. I'm gonna show you that, you know, the price actually looks quite strong. If you look at the small time frames over here, there was the trend over here that actually broke, retest that, pulling right now towards downside. This does look like it might actually pull a little bit more towards downside, depends on how bullish or bearish we are, but eventually it will go towards upside over here, I think. And yesterday also we had this live stream yesterday, the day before that, about Bitcoin going to 60k, and I still believe that's, you know, pretty much the case right now. I mean, this bullish candle up here, this is a weekly candle. If you look at a weekly time frame, I mean, this looks so goddamn bullish, guys. This looks so bullish over here. 43.8 broke that like you know what, and right now we are just, you know, looking for continuation towards upside, because this doesn't look like it's broken yet, right? There is nothing right now that's telling me that, you know, this is for whatever reason broken. So we are looking again for this move up to the 60k, maybe even higher than that, but you know, I'm looking for this 58 to 60k move towards upside up here, and then after that maybe some kind of consolidation before the final move towards upside into the 2025 level. So this actually looks very, very good. The fact that we are not dumping down over here, because we came up here to 48.2, over here we came to 48.6, over here to 48.8, and the price still doesn't do these, you know, big flashy moves towards downside. There is not a lot of selling going on. If you look at a volume up here, let me find another chart where the volume is actually a little bit more legit. Volume kind of stays the same over here. There is lower volume down here on the top part, but that's consolidation. I mean, there is nothing that's right now, you know, you see this big move towards upside, you see how volume goes up, then you come into this consolidation part up here and the volume still goes towards upside. I mean, even the volume is telling us right now that everything looks actually very, very nice. This is just one of the channels up here that, you know, we were looking at, and it is coming to resistance levels. I do get that, and you know, I've been drawing the chart. You can draw it something like this over here, because I want to pick up these bottoms down here. If you draw it over here like this over here, maybe it should actually go over here because it's actually nicer, and then you pick up these two touches up here. This actually looks very nice, but right now you see that we are coming to that resistance level. But even though we are at the resistance level up here, and this is a very nice short position, I think shorts are short-lived. I don't think we are at the top just yet. And even if though it pulls back to the midline or even consolidates up here, it's gonna pull back. Eventually this will actually break towards the upside, and once we break towards the upside, I think we are going into the 58 to 60 zone up here towards the upside over here, and only after that we might see more consolidation before the you know, before the halving, or and after the halving is up here on the 17th of April, give or take 17, that's the halving. Then we might pull back, and then after the pullback and after the halving, at one point we will go towards the upside. But right now I still believe, strongly believe, that this move is gonna go towards the upside. I don't know about you guys, but you know me, very much bullish, very much bullish. There are other lines that are also very, very nice. There is other channels up here. This is a very nice channel up here. Now if you double this channel towards upside over here, you'll see again that we are hitting the same kind of resistance level up here at the top. So there is confluence between both of these channels over here, both of this channel, bigger channel, and this channel up here. There is confluence right up here at 48.2 levels right now. So it is a little bit hard to break it, but you know, resistances are there to be broken, you know. It's not like, you know, you got resistance, you pull back, it's game over. No, it doesn't work like that. You get to the resistance, you test it, you hit it, you know, try to wiggle around it, and then you break it and you go further towards the upside. So I'm definitely looking for this next move towards the upside. I'm a little bit unsure when it's gonna come. I think it's a little bit too early to talk about, you know, the resistance, not right now that's gonna be broken today or anything like that. It can be, but you know, you can see up here on the daily time frame, like we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green days in a row towards the resistance up here at 48.8, and right now we're just, you know, wiggling around, maybe even pulling it back a little bit before we actually go all the way up to, you know, 60k. So that might be the case. Now, the most bullish thing about the chart is that the retail is not here, guys. The retail is not here yet. Let me just move this camera up a little bit up here, something like this. The retail is not here yet. The mainstream is not here. Nobody talks about, nobody beside Joe Biden talks about Bitcoin. Nobody besides Joe Biden talks about Bitcoin and last rise and stuff like that. So it's all good, guys. It's all good. We got time. Even if we pull back, even if we pump up here to 60k, it just might be the thing that we need to prepare for the big run up on crypto. Why is that? Because if we pump to 60k, then everybody, literally everybody's like, oh my god, I want to buy Bitcoin, I want to buy Bitcoin, and they start slowly pulling back. But everybody's like, nah, it's over, I don't want to buy it. And we get 60k and then we pull back, and there, because once we get to 60k, every you know, retail is gonna be like, oh my god, Bitcoin is pumping, right? But then we pull back and they don't want to buy, and they think it's over and it's too late, and you know what, right? And then after that, once we pull back and, you know, got everybody convinced that yeah, it's over, 60k was the top, then we go, and then everybody, oh my god, it's not the top, and everybody FOMOs in, and we go all the way up to 90k where it's actually the top, right? So that is the plan. The plan is still, you know, fully intact. Everything works out very, very nicely. And the theory that we are going to 60k right now is very much alive. They don't have $1 million worth of coin to Trump's wallet is legit. I don't know, man. I'm up 100x on Trump already, looking for another. No wonder you're shilling that shit, man. Double top and then dump. Looks like a lower high technically. Lower high technically on what, man? Lower high on what? Like a monthly time frame or something like that? Thank you for bringing me back the live chat. Andrew, this is only for today because I actually forgot to turn it off. Last 3 cycles, Bitcoin hits between 0.61. Fibonacci, man, Fibonacci. Get out of here, get out of here. What's up, team? Ways of the Jedi. How you doing, man? Pump my bag. No, thank you. Your bag is pumped enough, man. Take profits. There we go. There we go. Bitcoin looks actually very, very nice. Again, we had this, you know, I did make the video about Bitcoin dominance today, so you might want to check it out. What have you charted as the ultimate top? 90k, I've got it charted 79k, but want much higher. 90k give or take, but it's only, I mean, I got 3 levels that I'm looking at, and you know me, guys, I'm not Fibonacci guy, right? Bring back the moon dates. Maybe at one time. You know me, guys, I'm not the Fibonacci guy. I mean, look at the beautiful monthly time frame, man. Look at the beautiful monthly time frame. Isn't this beautiful? I got a couple of levels, guys. I got a couple of levels up here. The first level up here, we're actually breaking inside the channel. The first level, of course, first thing first, the halving is over here in April, and then the 2025 January 2025 is up here. So top is gonna be somewhere up here after 2025, at least, you know, if it follows the general rule of how Bitcoin actually, you know, cycles around these things. Now, the first target up here was 46k up here at the top, right? 47, 46k give or take. That was the first target that's got hit, but that's only the pivot point target we thought it's gonna have come. Right now, I'm actually looking for a higher up here to 50, 60k, and then maybe pull back inside this channel and then move towards the upside. But the target, the way I see it up here for the top, is either the midline. Now, you might not believe it, but you know, it could be that we only come to the, you know, previous high up here, previous high, and that's it, game over, right? We do you know, top, and then you go top up here again and go towards the downside. Although I don't see this as a very credible way of finding the top right now. I think it might happen that we hit 69k or something like that, 68k, 70k, and then move towards the downside. But I think it's more likely this is gonna go all the way up here, somewhere up here, and around 92k up here to around 2025, and then you get to this target around 90k, 92k, 95k give or take. But that's only because of this. I mean, I think it's a way too obvious target So I'm a little bit unsure whether this is gonna be actually the case. Now there is more ways besides Fibonacci levels to actually find out where we should where we should top out. One way is actually doubling this very nice channel that we have, and then we look at these two targets at the top. That's 112 and all the way up here at 130 levels. All of these targets are very much legit, because although I do believe that the resistance at 93 is gonna be very legit and we're gonna stop there, and we could break that all the way up to 112 and 132. And now comes the last part: which one of these is most legit? So what we're gonna do, and I found this out this year or previous year, we look at how many X's do we get from the bottom over here, from the very bottom all the way towards the top. The X's are the X's tell the tale of how many X's, right? So this first first target up here is 6X. 6X move to 93k, that's 6X move. To 112k, that's 7X move. 7X, 620, 600%, 7X move. And over here it's 7.58X, so 6, 7, 8X or something like that, right? 8X, give or take, 8, 9X up here at the top. So it could overshoot this one as well, and it could actually go to all the way up here towards 900%. That's also a target for me, at least for me, and that's around 150k. But this over here is a 10x target. 10x target, and this is a very legit target. Believe it or not, 10x is a very legit target, but you can see the high difference between that. This is 93, this is 155, but all of these four targets, the way I look at it, are legit targets. We don't actually know when which target is gonna be, but when the price starts going, we're gonna be looking at these levels, and we're gonna be trying to figure out whether the price is losing momentum, is losing strength, is it over? Did mom and dad and grandma and granddad buy? Are your co-workers talking about it? Is meme season totally crazy? Are NFTs through the roof? Do BRC20 coins go to 1000x? These are kind of indications of topping out patterns that we are going to look for, right? So we're going to come to 93 and we're going to be asking ourselves, will this resistance up here at 93k hold right now or not, right? If you don't see any kind of weakness in price, like we are not seeing right now, because even though 46 was the target and we are expecting a pullback, there is no weakness in price. Price actually holds very good, right? So I do believe that that we are going to continue here towards upside, up here even more, right? And then towards downside, and then over here, and then big moves towards upside up here into these levels. Now, which of these levels is going to hit or not? And stop here or not, we don't know. But once we get to these levels, we're gonna be asking ourselves, is the price over, or is the price like right now still pumping towards upside? Is there still ways to push the price? Because overextended levels, high RSI levels, high MACD levels, or retail mania and stuff like that, these are important things to ask yourselves once you are at the resistance level. But are they legit levels to actually look for when it comes to targets of where we're gonna go? I think it is. I think this is very legit. Even though it's 155 seems very high, and I do hope we get to 155, it is not the first level I'm looking at. My first level up here is 93, because it is very obvious. Now since it's very obvious, I'm a little bit unsure whether this is gonna be the case or not, because I believe like every single trader is looking at these levels over here, because it is just way too obvious that 93 is the target. But if it does break towards the upside, a lot of people are gonna look at doubling of that, but we also know that this midline up here might actually be. So I think that this 7x up here, 110k target up here is very likely. These are very unlikely, these are very likely. I think this is the most likely target up here, but once we start going up there, we're gonna check that out. Now it can of course go even higher than this, but the probability and stuff like that, and we have to get to that level actually to be start asking ourselves how high. 808's bear trap. It's good to talk anyway. Nice channel, chief. Yeah, it's good. It's okay. We got this new thing where we can actually look at, stuff. 54k then correction. I think it's gonna be 52k first and 60k. I don't think that correction is coming before 58, 60k. yet. Stop talking about Fibonacci, man. I don't think Bitcoin will ever drop as much as I did last time. I see more maturity coming to crypto markets for sure. Nah, the cycles get too overbought. There's too much mania and euphoria, and every time you have too much mania and euphoria, you gotta drop between 70 and 90% towards downside, regardless. 150k bits is still cheap when I think long term. I mean, it is very cheap, but you know, how long term are you waiting? Because I'm not waiting, you know, 50 years to get rich. You know, I'm already old guy. You know, I cannot wait 50 years. Like, my kids can wait 50 years. I cannot wait 50 years. You also hate EMA, right? Emotional moving averages. Yes, I also hate them very so much. So there is that. So those are my targets for the move towards upside. As you see up here, we already have the channels, put up, and this is just bottom. You can see up here, it just tripled the channels up here. But these are the first levels up here. The blue box and the second blue box up here at top, between 58 and 61. I mean, it's still the case. It's still the case that that's gonna be the case. Now, somebody mentioned to me that Ivan Tech was talking crap about ApeCoin today. Yeah. So I checked it out, and let me just do it like this up here, like this over here. And he was talking crap about ApeCoin. You can see up here, Bored Ape Club, and this is penguins and stuff like that. So he was talking, you know, he was comparing pudgy penguins with Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? ApeCoin and stuff like that, talking that the game that's coming is gonna be crap and stuff like that, right? Newbies hates apes, you know, newbies find it cute and stuff like that, right? It really doesn't matter what he says, right? But it's interesting when it comes to, you know, market psychology, and when it comes to, you know, how people think and behave when it comes to coins and stuff like that, right? So I was looking at this and I was thinking, like, is this really a bad thing? Is it really a bad thing to, you know, that ApeCoin is being compared in a bad view versus a new thing? And I don't think so. Like, look at Bitcoin. Like, how many times have people been comparing some new coin with Bitcoin, and like, Bitcoin don't have enough transaction time, you know, it's too slow transactions, they don't have this, they don't have contracts, blah blah blah, you know, these things are more shiny. Sure, new things are gonna pump, and pudgy penguins might be, you know, all that well. But the bullish part about this is that he's comparing pudgy penguins with, you know, king of apes, right? He's not comparing pudgy penguins with the, you know, what other of these coins are there? I don't know. Maybe some clowns coins or something like that. I don't know. He's comparing with the, you know, the best one around. So that's what I got out of the comparison in that regard. And was there anything else we want to talk about? No, it's not much is happening. You know, I just want to talk a little bit about the Bitcoin daily, but you can see up here that it is losing a little bit strength up here, and it's pulling back down over here. It looks like it wants to drop even more towards downside over here. But you know, when you look at a bigger time frame, this looks extremely good. Not only that, we closed, you know, like, you know what, above the blue box and above these you know, white lines up here. Let me see on this chart over here. Let me go to the monthly time. No, let's go to the weekly time frame up here and pull up our, you know, channel up here. And you can see up here that we actually, in fact, did close inside the channel. You see up here, we closed inside the channel, and right now we're just retesting the channel. So even the retest up here is telling us that, you know, can it pull back outside of the channel very easily, because it's just barely inside the channel. But the fact that we are inside the channel is stupidly bullish, guys. It is stupidly bullish over here. And if you remember, you know, we don't need a lot to actually be bullish. We don't need a lot to actually be bullish. Let me show you something up here. When did I post that? Let me find this up here. I post a lot on Twitter, guys. If you're not following me on Twitter, you should follow me on Twitter, because, you know, sometimes, you know, nice charts come in. Wait, but oh my God, I post a lot of crap. Let me find this one chart. What? Posts, replies, posts. Ah, here we are. I think it's fine, but it does explain a little bit. So this is chart where I was making fun of people who are doing the logarithmic charts, right? So over here you can, on top chart over here, you can see logarithmic people be like, haha, short at resistance, 10k next. Noobs, yeah, free money. Why? Because this is a logarithmic chart, and if you draw the channel, you're hitting that resistance right on the dollar, right? So, you know, of course, you're gonna short at resistance. On the other hand, if you're using regular, people be like, we Gucci, because the regular chart, the same channel on the regular chart, touch, it shows you that you are out of the channel. So, you know, people using logarithmic chart are getting wrecked, while regular people are, you know, we Gucci, we're going towards upside. But the point I'm trying to make is that you don't need a lot actually to be bullish. You just need to get above the resistance level, you know, close above it, and then show strength that you can hold that level, and that's enough. That's often enough. Right? And right now what's happening up here, we actually did that. We managed to cross above this very important trend line and close above it. So we are just, even though you can pull back and stuff like that, that's fine. But as long as we come back above that and hold above that, that shows bullishness, and that's actually very good. That's all we need. That's a little bit tiny move. That's all we need, guys. That's all we need. We don't need much. Just a little bit, tiny little bit above the resistance level. That's fine. That's fine. That's all we need. So this actually looks very, very good, and I'm and I like that we are actually managed to do that, because right now my target up here is you know, 60 to 60 to 58 up here. Another move towards the upside. So we're gonna see if that actually happens. But another thing that you can take out of this chart up here is that log scale is a scam to make you lose money, because you're gonna be using log scale. You won't be seeing these you know, resistance being broken like you do on regular chart, and you're gonna be messing up a lot more than you should, right? So be sure to don't use scams. Also, EMAs are a scam, Fibonacci are a scam, a lot of scams. Do you know why all of these things are scams, guys? In technical analysis, there is some truths, universal truths, and that is that resistance line should be shorted and support line should be longed. Now, the most important part about entire technical analysis is figuring out where the resistance line is and where the support line is. Because if you fail to find the resistance levels and support levels, or you find fake support levels and fake resistance levels, you're gonna be missing your entries, you're gonna be missing you're gonna entry at the wrong time, and so forth. So how is it the easiest way to miss entries? Number one, using Fibonacci to figure out where your resistance levels are, because Fibonacci are just random lines. There are like 10 lines on the chart, so one of these are gonna be. The other one is using the moving averages. So moving averages will be over here, but you know, emotional moving average will be up here, because for some reason it needs to, you know, follow the, you know, previous action is more important than, you know, old action. Guys, if you are using 200 moving average and you're using the 200 moving average on an emotional moving average, it is insane. And you know, the reasoning behind it, why people use emotional moving averages, is because for some reason the last part of the moving average counts more than the old part. Now, here's the thing. If you want to have the, you know, if you want a moving average where the last part is more important, then don't use 200 moving average. Use 50 moving average or 20 moving average or 10. Just use the, you know, simple moving average. Don't use these emotional stuffs. They make you miss the targets, guys. They make you miss the targets. Fibonacci is my favorite. 333 EMA is goated. For my majority of people trade based on scams, the scam becomes a reality. Fibonacci is one of the strong examples of no, Fibonacci is crap, it's still a scam. They're still scamming people with Fibonacci. Get off the Fibonacci bandwagon, man. Fibonacci is the worst thing around. It is definitely one of the worst thing around. And you know that. Do you know how you know the Fibonacci is the worst thing? Because everybody uses. Everybody. And stop saying this stuff like majority of people trade so, you know, it becomes reality. It does not become reality. Everybody who uses Fibonacci lose. Most of people who use Fibonacci lose money. 99% or 97% of people lose money trading. Why? Because they use emotional moving averages, Fibonacci's. You know, they cannot draw decent trend lines, and then there is a whole bunch of other stuff to, why they use it. And then the Elliott waves. Don't get me started on Elliott waves, man. Elliott waves. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, we are at the top. Don't get me started on Elliott phase, man. Okay, what's there? I tell you it. Yeah, exactly. So there was that. So this actually looks very, very nice. Now I did just want to say about one more thing about something, and I forgot. Ways of the Jedi uses all the raw money. Now, Ways of the Jedi, don't come here and, you know, talk about how good Fibonacci and Elliott waves are and stuff like that. Ask yourself this: am I making money? Not me, but you. Ask yourself if you are making money. Am I making, or am I lying to myself? Because a lot of people are lying to themselves, right? They're like, they get, you know, some wins, some losses, but maybe they're a little bit profit, a little bit in loss. But maybe you're a big loss. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you're a godly trader. In case you have been. If you have been godly trader, you wouldn't be on my channel talking about, you know, how great this Fibonacci and stuff is. You would be just making money and, you know, be like, whatever. Like, your confidence would be sky high. So I'm guessing that you're not doing very well trading because of the Fibonacci and Elliott waves. Now, don't take my word for it. You know, go to your room, close the door, put some, you know, very depressing music up, and then ask yourself, am I lying to myself? I wouldn't recommend something that doesn't work for me. You're full of BS, man. Doesn't matter, it's good. So, there was that. So, Bitcoin looks extremely nice. I have no problem, I have no beef with Bitcoin. I'm expecting 60k any day now. And, you know, it is really hard to be anything but bullish. I really enjoy that we are very, very close to the halving. And I really enjoy that, you know, it is just bull run from here, guys. I mean, we are coming in these levels where you know, the retail is, you know, start to notice Bitcoin, but they're still not buying. They're noticing us, but they're still not buying. We're gonna go to 60k. They wanna buy, they're still not gonna buy. It's only after, you know, all-time high up here at 90,000. They're gonna be start, you know, FOMOing in up here, and then we're gonna go towards downside. But, you know, it's gonna come. It's gonna come. Do you know Dr. Profit in Twitter? I don't know who Dr. Profit in Twitter is. A big flush could happen relatively soon. Could, should, would, isn't. I don't know, man. Could happen. Could. I don't see it. I think we already had a flush. But again, guys, don't fall into the trap of believing that whatever happened before is gonna happen again. A lot of people believe this is gonna happen. A lot of people believe the flush is gonna happen. A lot of people believe this is gonna happen. Do not believe that, guys. I mean, if it does happen, we want to be there and see it on the charts and understand that, okay, right now we are going towards downside. But we do not want to be one of these guys that believe this is going to happen while the price is, you know, doing this. Nah, it's going to happen. Yeah, it's going to happen down here. Nah, it's going to happen down here. Nah, it's going to happen down. Don't believe just because it happened before does not have to happen again. And I've noticed a lot of people are referring to this cycle over here to be this cycle over here, which I think is totally bogus. And I believe right now that the best case right now we can make for Bitcoin is that the cycle that we are in right now resembles most likely, and in most ways, at least this bottom resembles most likely this bottom up here, and this move up here right now resembles most likely this move up here. So it does look like this might actually be a parabolic move towards the upside, which might get us to, you know, 150k or whatever that is the target that we are looking at, right? I don't actually know, but you know, there is almost zero correlation between these two cycles right now from the bottom towards the upside. So this is nothing like this over here. Besides this, I actually pump over here in this last part, but it looks nothing like it. So it is more like, you know, 2014-15 than 2018-19 up here. Lots of hoping for the dump, calling double top. Yeah, and didn't you notice that a lot of people want the dump, right? A lot of people want the price to dump so they can buy, which I don't believe will be the case. I mean, there is no reason to dump, because again, everybody wants to buy, guys. Everybody and their grandma wants to buy. I don't know anybody who's not buying. How many of you guys in the chat have been here when we were down at 20k? Do you remember what we saw when we were at 20k? all of the big YouTubers like Crypto, the Moon, that Jack guy, there were so many guys, Ivan on Tech, like everybody who had a channel on YouTube was saying they are buying the dip. Buy. They have been buying so strongly over here. So they are already in. When it dipped down to 15k, they were buying with size, with force. They're just buying even more down here. Continued up, they were buying every single dip. And right now, they're not really talking that much about buying. They're just, you know, pumping the price because they're already bought. They're already bought. But any kind of dip that comes, they just buy. They're already bought. So they just want to push the price higher and then sell. That's it. They already bought. Everybody already bought. Everybody who knows how to read the chart are already in. All the good traders, all the good, you know, even Wall Street is coming in here with the ETFs and everybody else. So everybody is in. The only part that's not in is retail. But you gotta ask yourself, why should we dump right now? It's, you know, retail is not here. No, we gotta go up so retail can form more in. Because if you go down, because right now, you know, awareness phase of where retail, you know, starts noticing us, it starts kicking in, and then you pull back, and then they can actually buy. No, we want to go higher, so they have to form more in, right? And if you go down, everybody's gonna buy. Only black swan areas can do a flash crash. 44, 48 could really be bullish mid-term. BTC open interest is also highest point since 69k. I have been following open interest. I don't know, it's important though. I agree those hoping for a dump are the ones that didn't buy low because they were waiting for 10k. Yeah, I mean, everybody wants right now for a dip just to buy. I mean, they're like, I don't want to buy a 48, but can we get a 38 again? Because even during this dump down here to 38, everybody was scared to buy again, right? We came up here, flushed towards the upside, and everybody was saying, this is it, it's gonna go down. So nobody bought this dip. Some people did buy the dip at 38k, but most people didn't buy the dip at 38k. And right now, you know, immediately came back up here, and everybody was like, it's just, you know, a retest and it's gonna go down again. And right now it's back inside the channel up here towards the upside, right? So they missed the dip. There was a 20% dip. They missed the dip again because they didn't buy. Right? Everybody wants lower levels. Everybody wants lower levels, guys. Everybody wants lower levels. We are at the place where everybody wants lower levels. Do you know what I think it's gonna be very interesting when we come to 90k, guys? When it comes to 90k, I think the part that's gonna be interesting at 90k, up here at 90k, is if when we get to 90k, will I still say everybody wants the dip? You know, because I'm trying to figure out this by myself as well, you know, see how do I react to the price. So when you get to 90k, I will be like, do I still want to buy the dip? You know, when you get I will be like, do I want to buy a dip, or do I just want it, you know, to, or do I want a pump so I can sell? Right? Because if you want pump so you can sell, that means you're at the top. If you want a dip to buy, that means you're not at the top. But when you come up here and pulls back, you're like, please, just one more pump so I can sell. You're pretty much somewhere at the top. Right? Yeah, and then if it pumps, you're lucky, and then if it doesn't pump, then it does this, and then you didn't sell the top. Right? Say we did not buy. Nah, check out the fib on that. Nah, I don't want to do that. Capo didn't buy. Nah, I'm pretty sure Capo bought, but you know, he figured out that, you know, whatever he's doing, it's working for his subscribers, so there's that. That flat area at 70k had a perfect fib touch before. I mean, there will always be some perfect fib touch here and there, man. I mean, there are like 10 lines on a Fibonacci. Man, look at this over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 lines up there, man. It's always gonna be some line that's hitting something. You know. The green is gobbly. What's up, man? You forgot the most important, the moons. And if you haven't seen the moons yet, guys, if you haven't seen the moons, they are working out nicely. There is no problem with the moons. The green moons are pumping us. The new moons are pushing us sideways. Pump sideways. Pump sideways. You know, pump. This pushed us down. This pushes us up. And right now we are going sideways over here. So the moons are still working, guys. This is the bull market. The bulls, the moons are working. Well said. 68 golden pocket. Don't talk to me about golden pocket. I know, I've seen golden pocket getting hit. Do you know why golden pocket is important? Because it's a box like this, you know. So, you know, if it goes up here or up there or up there, oh, it hit the golden pocket. I mean, sure, but there was another line up there that's also important. So there is that. I mean, I definitely can agree that, you know, certain levels on Fibonacci can sometimes be very interesting and stuff like that, but there is that. And the reason right now why everybody's saying, oh, golden pocket and stuff like that is because of this, you know, this over here. So everybody right now, you know, praises the Fibonacci's because this played out. See here. So this is why everybody is right now 618, right? This is hitting it on the dollar, right? So how can you not believe in you know, how can you not believe in Fibonacci, man? It's hit it on the dollar, 618. Why? Yeah, but it hit on 618 on dollar. This didn't hit on the dollar. It's zigzagged above it, over here above it, below it, up here above it, right through it over here, zigzag above the, you know, 0.5 line. Right now it's over here, but it's right now over here. Maybe it's gonna pull back, you know, maybe it's gonna just zigzag up here and then continue towards the upside. Like, you know. Don't believe it so much. 886. So you want me to put more lines on my Fibonacci, you know, Fibonacci extension that already got like 5-6 lines. Maybe should put one here and one here and one. I mean, one of these lines is gonna get hit. No Fib user uses 236. Oh, they do use 236 as well. I've seen some people use 236, so there is that. Anyways, guys, that's it for today. It was very nice. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the like button on the way out. Check out the links down below if you want to trade on Bybit. Be a degen. Bybit is the best exchange for trading. On the other hand, if you just want to buy altcoins, Qcoin is the best way to do it. At least the way I see it. There are a lot of exchanges, but, you know, not all are, you know, legit. Or have been there for a while. So there is that. Guys, thank you for stopping by. I'm bullish. More than certain other people. So, you know, it's all good. Bull run is very, very close. See you around, guys. Where's my outro? Alt season, let's go!